Well, welcome back, everyone, to our online program talking about the contributions of William White. And interestingly enough, some of White's ideas actually mirror meaning therapy. He doesn't call it that, of course, but the similarities are quite remarkable. He did a study on 7 people who got what he called transformational change. For example, basically the force behind Alcoholics Anonymous, Bill White, Bill Wilson, and then the Malcolm X was another example, and they had this change in their life. With Bill Wilson, for example, he ends up in Towns Hospital again on death's bed. This is the 4th time he's had this major relapse. And something happens to him on the 4th time, and it became famously known as the white light experience. And after that, Wilson never drank again. So pretty quick, relatively quick change that happened to him, and White pointed out that there were common elements to all the people he studied, that the person was desperate, emotionally desperate at the time, the person was isolated, and there seemed to be some kind of messenger involved. Somebody said something, or they read something, and it catalyzed this, it triggered off this big change. And he's the first to admit that this transformational change that he talks about needs a lot more research to it. But he described it as the culmination of going through this experience where they were isolated, desperate, and something happened to them. And he said it culminated in a deep emotional release. And he said it was a new and profound breakthrough in understanding who they were, what the world was like. And he said all this had led to a new purpose in life. And if you think about that, that's kind of interesting, right? Because part of meaning therapy is the idea that if you want to get over addiction, you have to make sense of yourself, make sense of the world, and how you fit in that world in a new way. And part of that would, once you could do that, this would give you goals. There were things that you had to achieve in your life, or you felt this urgency to achieve them. So that's very similar to what William White was talking about. So although I'm sure he never intended it, and I'm not even sure he knows what meaning-centered therapy is, but what he discovered from this research on these 7 people who underwent this profound change in their life actually matches quite closely all the research-based understanding we now have of meaning therapy. Anyway, that's it for this program, and we'll be back next time with another online program.